Life doesn't announce its violence. It doesn't knock. It doesn't ask if this is a good day. You wake up on an ordinary morning, brush your teeth half awake, scroll through messages that don't matter, make small plans that assume continuity, bills, deadlines, another week intact. Nothing signals collapse. Then it happens. A call that's too short, a medical report with too few words, an accident with no intent, a death that does not belong to that day. In hours, sometimes minutes, everything that held your identity together caves in. Not because you failed, not because you chose wrong, not because you crossed a forbidden line. It happens because existence does not require justification. And then the oldest and most dangerous human question appears. Not as philosophy, not as theology, but as a spasm. Why did this happen to me? This question doesn't want metaphysics. It wants justice. It wants proportion. It wants a cosmic courtroom where suffering must present evidence. That's why the question is feared, because it threatens the silent agreement that keeps people functional, the belief that there is an invisible moral logic governing chaos. So the automatic phrases emerge. Everything happens for a reason. God knows what He's doing. This will make you stronger. These phrases are not meant to heal the one who suffers. They exist to calm the one who watches. Because if pain is random, if suffering has no moral cause, then no one is safe. This is where the book of Job enters, not as comfort, but as the most dangerous text ever written against the idea of justice. Job does not explain suffering. He strips it naked. He does not offer meaning. He does not deliver redemption. He shows what we've tried to deny forever. Life can annihilate a perfectly innocent person without apology and without meaning in return. Before disaster, Job is what the world calls a good man, not just religiously correct, but socially functional, productive, respected, stable. A life that seems to confirm humanity's oldest promise. If you do everything right, something will protect you. The text insists on this almost obsessively. Job isn't just good. He's blameless. He cares for his family, avoids excess, maintains spiritual discipline. He doesn't provoke chaos, doesn't test limits, doesn't flirt with danger. He represents the ultimate fantasy, that there is a correct way to exist. And then everything is taken, not theatrically, not as moral punishment, but as a bureaucratic sequence of losses. First possessions, then children, then health, then reputation, then identity. The devastation lies here. The text builds no causal bridge between Job's virtue and his ruin. Nothing connects the two. That absence is the real violence. If there were sin, there would be comfort. If there were error, there would be logic. If there were guilt, there would be explanation. But there is none. Job's tragedy teaches nothing, corrects nothing, improves nothing. It simply happens. Here, the book commits an almost criminal act for a religious text. It destroys the illusion that action and destiny are proportional. And when that illusion falls, something deeper collapses with it. Trust in the structure of reality. Because if Job was not safe, no one is. This book is not about an ancient man. It's about unexpected diagnoses, pointless accidents, deaths without narrative, financial collapse without mistake, loss that carries no lesson. Injustice here is not a detail, it is the core. Let the day of my birth perish. This isn't momentary despair. It's something deeper, the realization that existing itself was the first mistake. Job does not curse suffering. He curses entry into the world. This is intolerable to optimistic spirituality, because it makes life itself suspect. No one chose to be born. Existence is not an achievement, it's an imposition. Birth comes without contract, no guarantees, no safety clauses. You arrive exposed, fragile, disposable. Spirituality says life is a gift. Job responds like someone who opened the box and found only vulnerability. This is not adolescent rebellion. It's ontological revolt. The pain isn't just loss. It's realizing there was never solid ground. The world didn't collapse. It was always like this. Tragedy just removed the mask. Here, nihilism is born honestly, not as ideology, but as late recognition of the human condition. Why did I not die at birth? This is not a wish for death. It's a rejection of awareness. Job doesn't want to stop existing now. He wishes he had never become conscious, because consciousness means knowing too much, knowing there are no guarantees, knowing the world doesn't answer, knowing justice is not structural. Animals suffer directly. Humans suffer reflectively. An animal feels pain. A human feels pain and knows it is pain, and knows it may worsen tomorrow, and knows there may be no reason. Consciousness turns life into the anticipation of collapse. Job is not depressed here. He is lucid, and lucidity hurts more than disease. When the friends arrive, there is a rare moment of decency. They sit, they watch, they remain silent. This silence is the most ethical moment in the book. But it doesn't last. Humans cannot endure absurdity for long. They must organize pain, even if that means lying. So explanations appear. You must have done something. God doesn't make mistakes. There's a hidden purpose. These phrases don't heal. They protect the speaker. Because if suffering has moral cause, the world remains safe. The friends are not interested in truth. They want symbolic order. They cannot accept an indifferent universe. So they blame the victim. This isn't spirituality. It's self-defense. Job sees through it and refuses. He won't confess fabricated guilt, won't turn pain into lesson, won't call trauma a disguised blessing. He insists. This is unjust. That insistence is the book's true scandal. Show me why you contend with me. Here, Job crosses the forbidden line. He doesn't just suffer, he accuses. He refuses to be a moral example, a student of pain, a redemptive martyr. He demands explanation, theologically unforgivable, humanly inevitable. Unexplained pain does not invite submission. It demands confrontation. Job doesn't want comfort. He wants logic, and the silence he receives is deafening. When God finally speaks, many lie about what happens. God does not explain, does not justify, does not apologize. He describes the universe, stars, abysses, chaotic creatures, scale, power. The message is simple. You don't understand because you can't. This solves nothing. It establishes hierarchy. God here is not father. He is structure, not judge, force. Justice disappears. Only asymmetry remains. Man is born of trouble and lives few days. This doesn't console. It summarizes: few days, no stability, excess awareness. The human is an accident that thinks, and thinking hurts. One of the greatest symbolic violences is the idea that suffering improves us. Job proves the opposite. He does not emerge better. He emerges altered, broken, marked. Pain does not teach by default. It simply occurs. Any meaning that follows is reconstruction, not essence. Romanticizing pain is a privilege of observers. Job survives, but he does not understand. No meaning, no closure, no logic. What remains is raw existence, without lies, without calling chaos plan, without calling injustice mystery, without calling trauma gift. Just continuing. The book of Job resolves nothing. That's why it matters. It doesn't save, doesn't console, doesn't explain. It shows the world without makeup. If God exists, he is not just as we imagine. If the world has logic, it is not moral. Life owes you no coherence, no protection, no explanation, and still, you remain. Maybe living is not about finding meaning, but refusing lies, not kneeling before false explanations, not turning absurdity into a beautiful story. That is not faith, not hope, not redemption. It is lucidity. And sometimes, lucidity is all that remains. If this video resonated, that already means something. Content like this doesn't exist to comfort. It exists because some people value depth, honesty, and uncomfortable clarity. By watching, reflecting, and coming back, you're already supporting the channel more than you realize. If you want to go a step further, becoming a channel member helps keep this space independent and focused on real substance. Using super thanks is another simple way to say, "This matters. Keep going." And if all you do is watch, share, and stay, that's already enough. Support here is never pressure. It's belonging.